Alright, what's up y'all? I'm back. I'm still rigging this dog's mouth and just kind of finishing up the rig broadly. I'll zoom out so you can see what I got going on here. I did a little bit of stuff off of live just because I kind of needed to pull up some of my own tutorials and stuff, so I'll cover what I did off camera in between last session. Before I get into any of that though, I just want to give a quick shout out to the music I'm going to be playing today. This is my homie Element. He's a music producer in Denver, Colorado. You can see here his real name is Ian Trujillo. I was going to not dox him, but it's up for people to see anyways. I love this guy. I love his music. Y'all are going to hear it while I'm working today, so you'll kind of know what he's on, what he's about. His whole family, honestly, is some of the coolest people I know. I go way back with Ian, way back with his brother. I actually have some of his brother's visual art up on my wall. His brother Dylan is a fantastic visual artist, so if you're lucky enough to know the Trujillos, you know what's up. If you don't, go follow Element on SoundCloud. He makes great music. And if any of you Trujillos listen to this, Ian, if you're hearing this, I love you. Dylan, if you're hearing this, I love you. Anybody else in the family, mad love for all you. Would not be the person I am today without the Trujillo family. And this is some nice music. Just listen to it. So, alright, that's enough yapping. Let's get in to rigging this dog. And I'm going to go ahead. I'll change over. I'm going to talk about the node editor real quickly, because that'll be some of the stuff we missed, so I might be flipping back and forth between my screens. But alright, so rigging the side of the mouth is a little bit different, because if I come into my drawing substitutions, anything where the mouth is open, we actually need some invisibility, right? We need this to like mask out the head, whereas my other views, the mouth is always inside the head. Is that a front mouth? Okay. Whew, I thought my 3/4 were off, but no, we're good. So like these ones, you can see they all fall inside that head shape, so we don't have to worry about masking. But this one, like we want all that to be invisible. And you can see if I go to my render view, it actually is invisible. So the way we do that, let me switch over, make this screen big. In my node editor, you can see we have our noggin shape, and I can move it around so you can see what that actually is. Pretty cool. And you can see we have all these cutters, which are essentially just masks. And so we... Oh, let me skip past these ads.
Online, in stores, and on the app.
And I'm gonna move this to a different screen. Oh, it's done already. Alright. Sorry, y'all gotta bear with me, especially early stream. I'm getting fired up, getting the brain going. Alright, so all these different cutter nodes are basically just masks inside of ToonBoom Harmony, and you can take shapes from other layers and use them to determine what actually sets the mask. So let's see what we have masking my noggin here. And this is getting a little spaghetti. That one is the nose. That one, there we go, goes to the mouth. So you can see I'm using the color art layer of the mouth, and all these layers you see here. Oh look, you can see I've made no money on this. That's so awesome. Alright, let me minimize this. You can see all these different nodes here correspond over in my main browser to the different drawing layers I'm working with. So my color layer, if I just isolate this, grab my mouth, you can see that this is the shape that's on this mouth color art layer. And now I'm using that color art as a mask on the noggin, which is why we don't see the noggin. And you'll see I'm probably using that same color shape for the line art on the noggin. Yeah, I am. So I'm just running two threads, one to the line art and one to the color art. So those both get cut out. The other thing you have to do when you're doing something like this, we don't want this color art layer to render. And this mouth shape is like determines everything that renders in the mouth, right? There's a lot of stuff using its shape as cutters. So it's really important, but we can't see it. And what we would be able to do if we didn't need this transparency is just like put the color layer below the red layer, like the color of the throat. But we can't just do that. Oh, back over. Just pick a different substitution. Sorry. Let me go back to the side views. So we need this, but we need it to be invisible when it renders. And we achieve that. It's literally just called a visibility node. And in case you're like super new, I don't know why you'd be watching a video like this, but welcome. I'm so happy you're here if you are. But if you're super new to ToonBoom Harmony, you can just hit enter inside this node view, and that's where you find all of these different little nodes. But yeah, then I'll click on this yellow box. You can see it opened in my other screen. And if you just turn off the soft render, it'll be checked by default. If you turn that off, then when you go to render, whatever is running through that visibility node won't get rendered. I'm trying to think. I know that's definitely something I did off camera. Oh, I also went in and set up a bunch of deformers. So let me grab something that has a deformer. Let me grab the torso. You can see if I turn my deformers on. These are all really easy to make. I don't really want to make a new one because it'll kind of mess things up. But you can, if you don't see all these tools I have up top here, you can just right click, and here I'm going to switch back to my big screen. You can right click at the top and turn on deformation. You get all these tools. This hammer and like wrench tool, go over my tool settings, is where you actually do all the rigging, and you can just like draw curves or envelopes, and there's a couple of different ways to get into deformations. I've already done all my deformers, so I won't be going over that tonight, unfortunately, but this is something I did off camera, and you can see I'm using different deformation chains. So I use different chains and different views. This button here is make a new chain, this one is rename it, and you can see what these chains do. If I grab my transform tool, there we go. I don't know why that takes so long to render, but this makes for some real easy animation. Get that. Control Z. Okay. So yeah, I put deformers on the body. I put deformers on the tail when you can see it. For the same reason, I should have a deformer on the noggin in every view, just because that's going to be really useful for facial animation. And of course I'm doing this on a view where we can't see the face, but say my dog gets like smoked with a ball or something, bam, alright. So yeah, I set up my deformations. I did go through and do a lot of, well, I call it pegging, which is hilarious, animators with our hotboxes and our pegging and our other hilarious terms. I'm going to go through and clean up this peg system later, so I'll talk about that. Yeah, and I think that's it. I think that's all I did for my stuff that doesn't already exist on videos on YouTube. I'm not going to lie, this is going to be another kind of boring one, because I'm just going through doing what I've been doing the last couple streams, which is drawing face after face after face, well, mouth after mouth after mouth, just all the different mouth shapes, and I'll be doing it for both the profile views. And then I also got some feedback from my mentor, so I did some of this stuff off stream already, but some of these things I'll be going through and fixing, so that's what's on the docket for this stream. I've been talking forever, not showing y'all how to do much, not doing much, so let's start doing stuff. Go ahead, grab my mouth, get back to my side view. I actually need to pull up my references. I should have done that before I started streaming. I think I got them pretty Readily available.
We understand the significance.
Yeah, my master file, my mouth shapes. Don't judge me for having in the downloads folder. It'll go somewhere safer when I'm done with it. All right. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Where y'all actually, we'll keep it up here. I'm not gonna be using the node editor all that much right now, so y'all can see what I'm working on. And let's just see. We have A1, A2, A3, A4, and EE. Here's a pro tip with this. Alright, I'm muting that Spotify auto till these ads are over. They're killing me, and I'm sure y'all hate it too. But a cool tip with the mouth, the EE shape will always have your top teeth, bottom teeth, and tongue visible. So you can always start with this EE shape in every view, and it makes setting up the rest of the views a whole lot easier. Or a whole lot of the rest of the mouths a whole lot easier, because you already have all the right shapes in the right places. And the top teeth won't move. So if you do that EE, you'll have all your parts, and you'll know where the top teeth are going to fall. So I've already done A1 through 4. I already did my MBP, closed mouth. I am at my LN, it looks like, so I'll grab my EE shape, duplicate it. Oh, what's this? I must have already started one. Huh. Whatever, I'll delete that one. So I'll unlock this little drawing substitution tab here. I'm gonna rename it S for side, U for up, which just means it's a smile, and LN for the name of the mouth shape. Great. And then I will literally, I mean, I put it away, but I'll just grab it so y'all can see what animating is like. I will use my bathroom mirror. And anytime I do a new mouth shape, I'll just like look in my mirror real quick, give it a good E, and then I'll switch from E to whatever sound I'm making, so E, and I'm doing that. I already know what my tongue's gonna look like, but I'm just watching how my bottom lip and teeth move when I switch from that EE shape to that LN shape. So I'm gonna do it E, and I can also just like feel it too. Put my hand on my chin, put my elbow on my like table or my thigh, and so it feels like this lip moves down a little tiny bit, and that'll be the first thing I do. We'll go ahead, minimize this for a second, because I actually will need my nodes. You can see I have my mouth rig broken up. Well, I have it broken into 4 layers, and that's just so I can animate everything separately the way I need to, but really I have it broken into 2 layers. These 3 are all the same layer, but I'm only running out the different sub-layers. And like I said, that's just so I can animate the tongue, teeth, lower teeth, upper teeth all separately, and they can all have their own pegs, whatever. But the first thing I'll do is I'll take my mouth layer. Again, we went from so bottom lip comes down a little bit. I'll grab my mouth shape, which is on my line layer. Ideally, my mouth shape, like my lips and this like orange shape, would be the same shape, and then I could do these in one step. But the way I'm blending this out, I'm gonna have to do it separately. Whatever, you'll see. So first thing I'll do is I'll just grab this lip shape from my EE, bring it down a little bit, fix the handles, grab my color shape, make sure it's lining up with my lips. That's good enough. I guess I could fix that handle a little bit, just try to get it a little bit more in the center. And then this orange shape is the mask that determines everything else we can see in the mouth. So you can see, like, if I grab the tongue and move it, woo, it disappears as soon as it's outside the orange. That's why I do that step first. So I have my lips in place, I have my mouth shape in place, I can pull up my references, LN, I won't be able to see the bottom teeth, so I'll just go into this layer that has the lower teeth, and those are on the, yeah, those are on the color layer, looks like. I will just delete them. Oh, there we go. Cool. And then I can go to my tongue layer. There's two different ways I could do this. I could delete this and just redraw it, and I actually might, just because the side view is a little wonky. Well, yeah, no, I'm gonna want to redraw for sure. But another option would be to just grab the extant points and kind of like put it where they need to be. So I could, you know, kind of get that L curve with the shapes I already have. But I think this one's just gonna look nicer with a fresh drawing. So I'll grab that, delete it, grab my line tool, go over to my tool settings, set the size to 5, I believe, should be half the width of my outline lines. Go over to my colors over here on the palette. The colors are going to be hidden beneath my screen a little bit, I think, but I'm just picking the tongue lines color. Once again, I'm going to look at my mirror to see how that shape kind of looks. Oh, God, I feel like you should kind of see the bottom teeth, but alright, I guess we don't have to. But it does kind of taco up in between them, and it kind of like sticks out a little bit. So I'm gonna start my tongue back here, and it needs to kind of roll in on itself. And I might need to make that other terminating angle more extreme. And it kind of actually comes obviously out of the throat, so maybe more like that. Yeah, I think that's about right. Obviously I could like sketch these out beforehand too, and that would help a lot, but I mean, I'm, you know, drawing 500 mouth shapes at the end of the day, so, you know. I'm gonna actually go over to my drawing layer, see what we got going on here. And just kind of tweak these handles, get it a little bit more. I want it. I might end up needing some extra shapes. I think that's actually pretty good though. You can see my line is automatically snapping to my like lines I've already drawn. That little blue dot comes up if you can see it. That's just this magnet icon, so snapping is turned on to what's it called? Contour. Here's what I'll do. I'll just do this in 2 more parts. And that'll be hidden. Just make it a little bit nicer so it doesn't bother me. Cool, fix the handles real quick. I could technically, hypothetically, be doing all this with my Wacom pen and my Cintiq, but I actually think vectoring like this is way nicer with the mouse, surprisingly. If I were doing sketches, which is like what I did for the like whole body when I was drawing it, I would do that in a more drawerly way, and I would do it with the paintbrush tool, but for actually vectoring stuff out, I like this line tool. Could use the pencil tool and like turn up the center line smoothing. That would be the way to like draw this stuff by hand, and it might go a little bit faster, but I don't know, this minimizes vector count, and it's just a good way to work. I might have to make that a little bit smaller. Let's go back, let's see what it's actually looking like. Grab that. Maybe we'll just taper it way down. It can be that size. So, grab my pencil editor, hold down Control, click on the lines for all my new handles. This might get a little wonky, let's see what happens. Whoops, hold Alt so I can move handles independently. What is going on right there? That is such a weird way to do this. I'm gonna just redraw those, I don't know, too close together. And that point is, I think, kind of screwing me a little bit. So just make sure they're on either sides of that.
Which Lux Cravings box you'll get from Taco Bell.
Bring these down.
For $5, Babes for $7, or Pure Decadence for $9. Now with a new
Man, SoundCloud is going crazy with the ads. Ridiculous, actually.
The possibilities. Choose from the $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks exclude freeze and stacks extra.
Oh yeah, that's all looking way better. I'll take that. I think maybe we want to be able to see a little bit of it. I could animate it too, move it around. That should be smaller too. Dang. And it might actually be, that shape would kind of be like a little bit more squashed, I think. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's a little sharp, but who's even going to be able to see it? Alright, head down to the color layer. Now in this color layer, I'll go over to drawing so y'all can see what's going on. This little button right here, create color line art from line art, is awesome. We'll get rid of these extraneous points, and now I can just use that line art shape to fill in this shape. And now this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with that orange shape, why you want to have your line and color art on the same layer. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, I'm tripping actually. Sorry. I'm lying, I lied to y'all. This tone all needs to be on one layer because of the way the rig is set up. Not the same as the rest of the body. Scratch everything I was just saying about making the color layer from the line art layer. We actually just want to fill our line art layer. But that button does exist, and it's very useful. And if I were to do that, then we could use this manipulation tool to control both layers at once. But whatever. Let's go back to my line layer. Bring this in. Bring this down. It's a little too big. Hold Alt, manipulate the handles independently. Ooh, that kind of ruined that curve though. That's okay. Alright, and 20 minutes later we have a mouth shape. Wash, rinse, repeat 4 million times. Here we go. Let's see what's next. We have WR, the hardest shape, the most frustrating shape. Alright, so let's grab the SUEE. Always start there. Duplicate the drawing. Rename it. S underscore U underscore WR. And something y'all might have noticed, I might as well talk about this too, so this is on the record. I have these layers all synced up right now, so if I switch a drawing layer on here, let me make my node view big. If I change a drawing layer on one of these layers, it changes it for the other three automatically, which is really, really nice, as you might imagine. And the way I did that, you have to do it over here. I'll make this my main screen again. You have to do it over here in your timeline. But if I just grab any one of these layers and center on selection, find it down here, and then right click on it and choose sync layer with. Then a list of all my layers. I already have it synced and I don't want to unsync it, but a list of all my layers will come up and I can sync it with the one I want to sync it to. I actually recommend you do this before you start drawing anything, because then anytime you make a new drawing layer, it'll make the new drawing layer and like rename it and everything together with the synced layer. And the reason you do this is so you can get, you know, more sub layers to work with. You can see I'm using 3 of the sub layers. I'm using, I think, my, let's find it. Yeah, I'm using my line art, my color, and my underlay layer on this layer, and then on these 3 layers, which again are technically all the same, I'm using my overlay, line art, and color. So I just needed 6 layers to get my mouth work. I just needed 6 layers to get my mouth rig to work right. And you can only have 4. It's default to 2 when you first start the program. Yeah, so that's why I divided those out, and that's also how I synced those up. It's pretty simple. You just gotta right click on it in your timeline. So let's get back to what we were doing. Get back over here. WR, so E to what? So I'd say this lip actually comes up a little bit, and your top lip actually comes down a little bit. I normally don't move the top lip, but this is a weird shape. And I actually, okay, good, we have one right here. How do we want to do this? I think we'll want it to kind of curve down like that. So I might actually be able to do this with the extant shape. Yeah, and I think maybe we could reverse that curve. That's kind of an interesting shape. Whoa. Ooh, I need to look in my mirror. So this side of the mouth will come way over. This lip will actually kind of stick out in front of the teeth a whole lot more. But we don't want to ruin the shape, so I think something like that is going to look pretty nice. And we'll see, and then yeah, I said this layer also needs to come up. Something like that, I think, is going to look really nice. And I actually might go ahead and just get rid of this color layer and do the Yeel color from line art trick. So I'm going to close off this line art layer. Probably get something like that-ish. The color actually doesn't matter. I will go ahead. Color, there we go. I already clicked this button, that's why we have line art. Grab my fill, grab the breakdown colors, orange 1, and I think that can kind of be my Boolean shape. And I'll just go back to this line layer and get rid of that extra line. Let's just see. Oh man, that's pretty wonky. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm going to delete this color layer. I just think I brought this up too much. Actually, you know what? Let's see, I need to get rid of those bottom teeth. And I don't actually know. Yeah, you can't see the tongue either. So maybe when I delete both of those, it'll look okay. So yeah, let's go in, delete the tongue. Make sure I get all of it. Delete the lower teeth. Oh, whoops. Now it still might look a little funky. I wonder, I think we kind of want to feel that bottom lip puffing out too. I think that would help a lot. So go back over to my lips. Oh, I'm gonna grab the right color. Or it'd actually probably be better if we could, yeah, something more like that. Whoops. Okay, and now this color shape is gonna be wonky. It's gonna be weird. Let's see. We actually might be alright. I'm debating if I want to try to cover up like the little bit of noggin line, but I think I'll be better off just trying to get these kind of lined up. God, that's a wonky shape. Am I rendering the overlay layer? I'm not. What do we want? Yeah, it would kind of be something like that. I don't like it. I think that'll get us far enough. God. God, I hate doing this shape. It's so weird. I'll take it. We're gonna roll with it. Because I have so many more mouths to do. What do we got? Oh, the easiest one. UQO. This is just it's literally gonna be a half circle. We will still duplicate this though, actually. So we can use rename it SUOUQ. Swole. Alright. And we just want to keep it so I can keep the teeth. I think you can only see top teeth from this view as well. Yes. Oh, I forgot to do something on the WR shape too. Underlay, we need this to come way forward. Cool. Whoa. 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 Dang, you know what? Nah, this'll work. Let me start from here. It might be easier to start from this UR shape to get to the O shape. Let's just try it. I've not done it that way, but I actually think that might work some magic for me. So let's just see what happens. Let's see if I'm thinking crazy or not. U O U Q. And I think, because I kind of like those lip shapes, so I honestly think I could just like, shoot, let's do it with the lips first. Just sort of like round it out like that. Well, that's a little bad. Alright. This feels like it should, whoa. Yeah, it feels like this lip would like puff out more for this shape. Yeah, I don't know. Make it even more. I don't know. Oops. Cool. Ooh, we got a spammer, cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Shout out to the bots. Cool. Alright. I might as well fix that up a little bit. Not so hideous. It'll work. We'll go back over. Oh my god, did I close my reference? Like a noob. Like a rookie. FB. Oh, this will be a weird one from this angle. This is gonna be a super weird one. Alright, we'll start with our E again. Okay. Alright, E. Duplicate. This one will be S U F V. I can't see the tongue on this one for sure, so I'll go ahead and get that out of there. Top lip, I think is gonna stay. Yeah, top lip's gonna stay pretty much the exact same. Seems like. The bottom lip will come way up, and these teeth will actually close, which gets a little weird because I have to draw on top of them. This is in the whoops color layer. I should have done this on the E tool. I'll flatten this. Oh. Huh. Really? Or not. Doesn't really matter, but. So this is going to be closed. Yeah, something like that. We'll want it about there. And now alright, element, okay. So this is gonna come way up. And actually, those upper lines will be okay, but I should probably just redraw these lower lines because they're wonky for this shape. This needs to be a size 5. And you know what, I might actually have to look at oh, that's not so bad actually. We'll just kind of I'm just gonna hide the lower teeth. So I basically want that line to come in like just under the top teeth because you just bite your lower lip to make that FV sound. So let's go back over, make sure I'm drawing on the right layer. Is around here-ish, and it kind of curves downward a little bit, sort of like that. And I can already tell that's going to be a little bit too high. Cool, and what all? Yeah, I'll just stay consistent. So I'll go over to my upper teeth layer. I'm gonna draw the darker tooth shape just along that contour. And that's gonna get smaller. That's not gonna work quite the way I want. I mean, I can look at it, but yeah, no, hate it. Grab by same color. We'll make these like a 3 instead. And none of these points are joined. Did I turn off my snapping on accident? Huh, no, it doesn't look like these didn't snap for some reason. want these joinings to be metered. Oh, that did nothing. That's okay. Whoa. That for sure is not going to cut it. Alright, whatever. It's not a big deal. We'll cheat it. Let's get back over here. Grab my line. How will we want to do this? I think kind of like that is going to be about the move. And then what does it do from there? Yeah, super easy. So we can go from here. Oh, whoops. And we can grab our pencil editor. Maybe start about right there. Cool. And for this one, I'm definitely deleting that color layer. Coming in and, oh, let's get that where I want it to be. Coming in, finishing this line layer shape. We're gonna have to do that in 2 curves because we are gonna want that arc to follow the path it's already on. Cool. Go over to my color layer. Delete that extraneous point. Grab. Then we can go back to that line layer. Nice. And we'll just get these where they need to be. That'll be pretty close. Cool. That bothers me a little bit, but I guess I could do something like this, maybe. Oh, it is on the color layer. But why do I want to grab it? What? What? That doesn't seem right. Huh. That was weird. Y'all saw that? That was crazy. Cool. Let's get those top teeth in check too. Oh no. This is the one thing. This is why I should be using another layer for that line. That's alright. No one's ever gonna see that. Blown up. Look at that. Yeah, there ain't no way. Alright. I hit Control F twice to change my screen, in case y'all were wondering. Let's see here. I think that's almost it for these mouth shapes. E-E-O-T-H, which is a super easy one. And honestly, I feel like from the side it's gonna look the exact fucking same. Just poked out a little bit. That's like the only difference. So yeah, this shape is like damn near the exact same as this shape. I think I'm literally I think I'm gonna move the slip up slightly, move the tongue forward a little bit, and that's TH. So let's duplicate this drawing, rename SUTH. Oh man, I might have to hop off and do PT for my torn little shoulder here soon. It's starting to hurt pretty bad. And I still have so many hours before I'm supposed to take my medicine again. Alright. SUTH. Yes, I did, in fact, tear my shoulder last Friday at my scenic carpentry job. It was awesome. And there's not even a fun story, so I'm not even gonna tell it, because why would I? Lower teeth, tongue, grab this tongue, push it out. Love those lower teeth, just a little bit. And honestly, this is one where I don't think I could like animate it over because it's two different, like this needs to be under, but this needs to be above, so I'm gonna tweak these curves to cheat it, like it's like kind of resting on it. Might need to come up a little bit. Yeah. Eve. 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 Yeah, that top lip really isn't moving. I might just move it a little bit anyways, just so they're not so similar. Alright, and let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing one! Is it the MVP? Nope, we got that. What? Oh, I'm losing it, y'all. What did I skip? Oh, TSCZHSH. Yes. So honestly, this is like almost the same shape as FV. Yeah, really, I think the bottom lip can just move down a little bit. Oh, make sure I duplicate it so I don't ruin this. I think that bottom lip can move down just like barely. And then this curve is gonna change. And actually, yeah, we'll just have to redraw it. Cool. Oh, whoops. It's just gonna be a regular smiley face. For this one, we'll definitely just redo the color. Whoops. Oh, look at that. Real satisfying little teardrop shape. We can delete this. We can make color from lines. We can go to our breakdown colors, grab the fill tool. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. We gotta move those lower teeth down a little bit, it looks like. So just do something like that. some of y'all might be kind of mad at me because the dog's canines, like you would be able to see the bottom and top canine right now, but I don't know, it just looks so goofy if I try to do both. That's why, like you can see that tooth would actually probably start somewhere down here, but we're just not going to see it. This looks nicer. IMO. I will get rid of those extraneous lines. Yeah. Let's rename SUTSZCHSH. Alright. Cool, now we have 12 shapes, and now I need all 12 of these shapes repeated in neutral and in sad. So I'll honestly just take this same EE shape and start there, but we're gonna have to like actually redo the teeth and lips this time, but it should go pretty fast. And I don't know, I always kind of debate on this, like I could go through and just like duplicate these shapes and redraw the lips, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of easier I think to just like do your EE in neutral and then redo everything else from that EE shape rather than just like duplicating these and fixing the mouths. Maybe it's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. I've done it both ways, and I think just like drawing from your neutral E is easier than trying to draw from like up to the different sound shapes. Y'all see maybe what I'm talking about a little bit more clearly once I start doing it. So let's just go ahead. We will duplicate this EE to start. We'll go in, we will rename it S in for neutral EE. And then we take these lines. And we can just flatten it out. I'm getting rid of that point, it's worthless. We just want this to be perfectly straight. Nice. This will definitely need an extra point in there for that. Except we actually, here, we're actually gonna want that like something more like that. Yeah. Maybe we do just want this one flat too, actually. I think like it's the only way to get it to read is neutral. Smoothing that out a little bit. Yay, I think that'll be okay. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and just fix our mouth boolean, why not? It's nicer to do it as two. Cool. We will go, oh, whoa, whoops. Yeah, delete that first. Now we can make our color art from our line art. Fill that in and go back to the line layer. Get rid of those orange lines. And now we're cooking, so we'll hit these upper teeth. same thing, it's just all gonna be flat now. I know I said earlier the upper teeth don't move, but for going from like happy to sad, it's kind of nice to have this follow the curve of the lips. It just sells it a lot nicer. Now that needs to come up for sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, and we'll do the same thing to the lower teeth. And that's on the color layer. And yeah, same thing. Just pull that down. Flatten her out. What's kind of convenient too with this dog is like with it, as long as this like canine point doesn't change and it stays like pretty close to the same shape, I can really cheat the rest of the shapes quite a bit, and it looks like those top teeth aren't moving. I guess bottom teeth it doesn't really matter, but like this top tooth here, changing it to neutral isn't like so detrimental to the feeling that the top teeth are static, because this canine, you know, stays put. We don't need this line in the middle. That's getting pretty close. Might have been easier to just redraw these, but it's all good. Sweet. Just flatten those curves. Nice, and now we have our neutral shapes for all of our neutral mouths. I don't even think the tongue needs to move. So we have our snee. Easiest thing to do after your EEs is all your A's. So I'll duplicate this. And this will be S in A1. E to ah, the lower lip comes down a little tiny bit. So, oh, and we have some extraneous lines, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and get that off the EE layer we just made too. Weird. Super strange. Okay. Oh, whoops. S in A1, cool. Yeah, what the hell? Let's just combine those. What are we doing? Cool. Sweet, yeah, that'll be much nicer to work with. And we can just move it down 2 clicks. Cool. So E to A. Oh, you can't even tell. We're gonna have to do it more than that. Let's just drag it down a little bit. E A E A. Yeah, cool. I don't love this little point, but it kind of is what it is. Yeah, we'll just make sure this is kind of in the middle. Shouldn't really have to change all that much. much. A1, I do believe in the A views, the bottom teeth disappear. Oh yeah. I don't even need to look at my reference, but I'll pull it up for proof. Yep. So, yeah, wow, after doing 200 mouths, you remembered that you don't need bottom teeth on the A's. Good work, Toby. Okay. And then the tongue will have to come down. Faux show. There we go, that's it for A1. And we will just duplicate that. These are always the easiest. So it just keeps moving back, feels like a little bit. Duplicate. A1. Unlock. Rename. S in A2. Is this still element? Alright. Okay, Ian. Cool. So A2, bring this down quite a bit. Bring this down quite a bit. Bring this down quite a bit. And bring this back ever so slightly. Nice. Color. It's probably better to redraw it at this point, unfortunately. So let's go back to our line art layer. Color, make color art from line art, fill, go back to our line art layer. Awesome. Looks like we're gonna have to fix the underlay. It's not going down far enough anymore. And it would also move back a little bit. Oh yeah, that's nice. Cool. Grab the tongue. Slip her back down. Wait. Oops, there we go. A1, A2. We'll duplicate that. S in A3. Ooh, some water. I need some water. Those steroids got me feeling dizzy. Oh no, I've had the desktop audio off forever, I just realized. It's so sad. And that element has been playing some pretty good tunes, can't even lie. So that's in A3. This is gonna be the same fucking thing as last time, so we'll grab those lips. Move this down. You know what? I'm actually just gonna shift grab all of these and move them down together. Maybe I'll hold down shift so they move straight. Oh, that doesn't even work. That's wrong. Huh. And this probably can soften out like that. This will come back a little bit. That underlay will also come back a little bit, like that. The color art we probably can just manipulate back into place. Yeah, cool. And then of course we will grab the tongue. Whoops, line art layer. And that's A3. And A4 will go almost all the way down to the chin, but you guessed it, same thing, duplicate, unlock, rename, S, N, A, 4. Wow, I'm so sad I've had the music muted for like an hour. I'm sure the live stream is so much nicer when it's playing, but that's alright, it is what it is. Let's go ahead, grab our lips, just do the same thing, shift click all these, move them down. Come on now. Pretty much all the way down to the chin. Good. Fix this color layer. And then we'll grab our tongue. Excuse me. The second time it's done this. What is happening? I've never seen this before. Look at that. That's not gonna work though. That's gonna fuck it up for every other view. So weird. Twice in one stream we've made that problem happen. That's crazy. Uh-oh, that means my tongue has been a little bit off for all these. Ugh. Oh, that's so lame. That's alright, I'll fix it quick. Make sure it's fixed on the EE layer. It's probably wrong on all of them. The good news is it took me forever to notice, so I don't know if anyone else is gonna notice, but that sucks. Is it like that for all the up ones? Well, definitely that one. We ain't never gonna know. Oh yeah, there it is. Alright, I'll fix it on these at least. God. I hate when I realize this stuff, you know, like 20 mouths in and not like when I do it. It's thankfully a very easy fix, but alright. Okay. So we have our SNEs and our SNAs. We could do... maybe I'll knock out the MVP real quick, and this one I will duplicate for more up layer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Duplicate. Rename. S for side, and for neutral, for the sounds this represents. Log it. Grab this layer. Oh. Huh. I'm gonna just redraw it, actually. That is not doing what I thought it was. Just make sure I'm in the exact same spot. Ooh, wow. Wow, my shoulder really hurts. Holy shit. This needs to be at least a 5. It is. And I'm just gonna straight out. Bam. Oh shit. Fuck. There we go. Pardon my language. I'm gonna be cussing a lot more the more comfortable I get on streaming. Maybe not. Just keep it kid friendly, I guess. Neutral. Let's grab the pencil editor. can do a pretty nice long taper for this one, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that suspicious ass dog. The fuck? Okay. Let's see what I want to do next. TSZCH. I could just get that one out of the way. It is one of the more involved ones. Slightly. I guess there's just like one extra step from the other ones. I like the bitch. Oh, is that the end of that album? Alright, let's see. What else? Let's see what else this fool's got on here. Passions was great. All beings connected.
At Publix, we
By
understand the
Element.
significance of Sunday dinner.
Leave me alone, Ad.
Every recipe is a story, and every meal is a journey back to your roots.
Akira,
It's
leave
in
me
the sizzle of a
alone.
pan that we find a kinship to our past,
Oh
our
my
future,
god.
and each other.
Oh my god.
It's
I can't
more than a
even
meal.
skip it.
It's a
It's
link to
30
family's
seconds
history.
long.
Here's to the power of Sunday dinner, the love that seasons every dish, and the memories that linger long after the last bite. Visit Publix.com/SundayDinner for recipes and more.
Publix.
We're shopping
My homie
makes a
M Joy
pleasure.
works at Publix. Shout out M Joy 96. Very funny human being. Alright. Alright, let's get this screen out here. Okay. We will start with the EE layer. We'll go ahead and duplicate our drawing. Oh, my posture's so bad. Rename S N T S Z C H S H. And this one, we will go over to our upper teeth. Lock this. Grab this. It's gonna be way smaller, I think. Should this be on the overlay layer, actually? Oh, it should be. Yeah, this is going to be at least a 4, maybe even a 3. No, we don't want that one. Select by color. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna look really nice. You remember from last time, you gotta just move those upper teeth up to meet them. What? It's doing it again! Oh my god, why? Also, I need to save. I haven't saved, I don't think, once this stream. That is horrifying behavior. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Yeah, not responding. We love that. Whew. Sick. I don't know why it keeps doing this. That is like the weirdest glitch I've ever seen in my life. Alright. Or I'm doing something wrong, I just don't even know what it is. If you see what it is I'm doing wrong, please comment, let me know. These upper teeth. Shoot, those are locked onto each other. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Alright, let's get rid of the tongue. And let's grab a mouth flare again. Crap. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a real neutral looking mouth. Grab both these. Beep. This handle's way too long. Let's grab those lower teeth again. We need to bring this down. Very nice. Just make that extra long. Cool. And then probably should have done this first, but whatever. Delete this color layer. Go in. Oh. Make sure I'm in the right place. That'll help. Okay. Color art. New color from line art. Fill tool. Break down orange one. And go back to our lines and get rid of those. That's what's up. Great. Make sure. Oh yeah, so pretty. Is there like a little bit of, look at, what is that? Uh-oh. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but that little like purple bleed is kind of weird, kind of icky. I wonder if I need to add a increase opacity node, maybe. It's pretty nitpicky. Oh, you know what I do need to do though? Did I not fix all my eyelids also? I thought I did that yesterday. Have I been working on the wrong file this whole time? That would be something, wouldn't it? There ain't no way, but why none of this got saved? All my cheeks look okay, maybe. No.
If you've been injured,
Oh, for real?
for over
For
35
Christ's
years,
sake.
my
Alright, I
mission
need
has
to
been to
make
deliver
these
more for our
eyelids
clients,
all
to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in
black.
a car,
This,
call us
and I
now,
already
and
did it,
time
and
to
it
file a
didn't
claim
get
may
saved.
be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan
Oh,
&
and I
Morgan
hope
than
they're still set up
protecting America,
properly at the
fighting
very
for you.
least
Morgan & Morgan. Visit
in terms
forthepeople.com for
of
an office near you.
line art and color art. And they are. That's so weird. It's just the fill change didn't get transferred.
Come on, grab a pack. White Claw.
Huh.
Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
So strange. It's like the only thing I did that didn't get saved. I mean, thank God. You can see how easy it is to fix, but what's weird is I had, because I'm a dummy, I had the lines and the colors on the same layer on these because I was being lazy, and it came back to haunt me, and I had to fix all that, and that's still fixed. It's still fine, it looks like. And I made like everything thicker, like literally just filling in all these shapes black, disappeared. So weird. And this top layer looks like it actually needs some work. Fix this handle, yeah, there we go. That's so strange. There we go. Yeah, huh? I don't have a... Whoops. Oh, what's up, baby? Alright. I just got the message from my wife. It's time for me to hop off the computer and go enjoy a nice little dinner with my family, and my dog's in here bothering me now too. Everybody needs me to hop off. How long have we been at it? We call it a sesh. We call it a sesh. Oh yeah, how we doing? Wow, my computer's running slow. Who is mad at me? That's funny. Why would I be streaming for 19 minutes? Is that right? I guess we haven't got that much done. I don't think that's right. I think I've been at it for like an hour and a half. I don't know. My Twitch is going crazy. Y'all can't see it, but it says I've only been doing this for 18 minutes. That ain't right. That ain't right. I don't know. I might be back on later. Who's to say? But I am about to hop off right now, I think. Let's yeah, I just finished this mouth shape. Did I name it and everything? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, alright. Well, I still have plenty to do on this rig. I still have like 15 more mouth shapes and some other stuff I need to fix. You can see how I did these like lines into the body on the leg. But then it's... Oh, did I fix that already? Oh yeah, there you go, yeah. Still need those on this view. I still... What is this? Pivot? It's way out here. Oh, it's gonna be like a far shape. Yeah, there'll be some stuff for me to fix. And then I still... We gotta do all this. All has to not look disgusting before I'm done. So we got some fun stuff ahead yet. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I might be back on later tonight. If not, I'll probably be back on tomorrow because I am trapped at home for at least the next 5 days with a torn shoulder labrum. So I'm gonna be doing lots of stuff online. Alright, if you tuned in, I'm grateful for you. I love you. I appreciate you. I know this is not the most entertaining stuff in the animation and art world pipeline, so I appreciate you tuning in and checking it out anyways, because I know this can all get like a little bit boring and repetitive, and I am definitely going to be doing at least 1 or 2 ZBrush sculpt sessions at some point this week, which I know are just like a little bit more glamorous, a little bit more fun to watch. So that's it. That's a stream. That is a stream. Goodbye.